not really. So this is what we're sorry about, right? Okay. So we were invited onto a set, and we watched people work. Yeah, I'll be careful. And they were doing this particular scene, and my wife had said to me, she says, when you get home, you're not coming anywhere near me. I thought, all right, that's fair. So I go and I'm watching these people work, and I watch this guy work for about 2.5 hours.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Research right there.
I don't think I came near my wife for about 2.5 weeks. Because I could not even partially replicate. Let me back up. It was not gay porn that we went to go see. I couldn't even come close to what that guy did at work, which was supposed to translate into my leisure time. And somewhere floating out there is a picture of me, well, a film of me, running around in Daisy Dukes.
You can't find it on the phone? You can't?
I'm sure, I'm giving you a moment.
I don't particularly want to Google this.
Work. He's working on it down there. And work boots and a leather vest.
Change my mind, I do want to Google this.
I can't wait until I'm your age and I have so much to be sorry about. I'm 25. I haven't messed up that badly yet. Like, I'm sure it's coming. Don't get me wrong. I'm a screw up. I'm sure it's down the pipeline. Don't worry. It's going to be something really bad.
Trust me, every one of these stories you're hearing, when we got that call, you got the job, we were like, yeah! Of course! Yeah!
That's what
Not
makes it
so
all more
much
shameful later. That's what makes the shame really stick.
Exactly.
All right, one last time. What about you?
Oh, God, I can't follow that. That's... I did a film that hopefully will never see the light of day. Not that, it was terrible. I really enjoyed myself on it, but it was called Young Alexander the Great from Macedonia. And I met the lovely Lauren Cohan, who's in The Walking Dead.
Yes.
So I've made some of my best friends there on the show, but yeah, it was horrendous. Everyone had this stomach bug. We were filming in Egypt, and every day it was just filled with very unhappy British actors all sweating and running to the toilet every 5 minutes.
Oh,
so don't go see it.
I'll still take that over Michael's experience.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
All right, unlike women, men really aren't ever asked if and when they've ever been treated like a piece of meat. When was the last time you experienced sexism in the workplace?
Just 5 seconds ago, backstage.
I've already apologized for that.
We all want to apologize.
Wait, oh my God, I feel great about myself right now. Thank you, guys.
What happened backstage?
Literally nothing. I was lying. Like,
Rob, you want to start? I know you want to start.
I mean, yeah, it does happen. I'm not going to lie that I haven't been put in some really awful positions. I remember when I was first starting out, and I had done barely anything, and a very, 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 very immensely powerful figure in the industry asked me to do some charity work with them, and I did. I do a lot of that, and I was happy to do more. And after that, I was put in some very, very uncomfortable, awkward positions, and I kept on being like, dude, look, I'm not interested in that. Let's just be friends. I don't want to be rude, but and they would put me in circles where they'd introduce you to agents, they'd introduce you to superstars from around the world, and they'd be like, this can be your life if you do this, and it went on for a long time, and it was complete harassment. And if, you know, I understand the fear that people have about coming forward about something like that, because especially as a man, you feel like you should be able to handle a situation like that. But when you're a young kid in this industry, you often can't. With me, it culminated in me finally going, okay, and going over to the house and then grabbing that person by the neck and saying, if you ever contact me again, I'm going to break this. Oh. And I was 22 then, and bigger than I am now. So it was, yeah, it was horrifying. I've never let myself get put into that position again, but it was actually terrifying to see how easily it happened. And it happens every day, over and over. And I'd be very surprised if everybody on this panel hasn't had a similar experience with somebody who
Kevin, what about
tried
you?
to do that.
You're nodding.
I feel left out. I don't know if people are just scared of me or my experience was through the young lady that I moved to Hollywood with. And this fella said he was a manager and he was gonna, you know, turn her into a big old star. And he took her out to dinner, and he started to explain to her that he could only represent her if he was hot for her. And then he put some money across the table, and then he said that his car was in the parking lot, and she came home and she was really hurt by it, and I completely lost my mind, and I called him up, and I never heard from him again, and neither did she, because you know, I just didn't want him talking to her anymore. I mean, this is something that happens all the time. It doesn't happen to giant Sasquatches like myself very often, but
be my friend.
But yeah, I experienced it through someone else's perspective.
But yeah, I feel like it can be more pervasive. Do you know what I mean? Like, we always, when we think of sexism, immediately we think of sexual harassment, but I feel like it's way more pervasive than that, and it's very subversive, and it's tricky with men.
Blackmail. In other ways.
And it's also, and not just in a sense of sexual exploitation, but like the mythology of the man, that men are either manly or they're not. There's no wiggle room in terms of gender. Like, if you were to make a list of all the qualities that men have and women have, no person in life would completely conform to one side of the list. There's always some crossover, but there's a pressure to be a certain way, look a certain way, act a certain way, and I think it's just silly. It's really silly, and I also feel like. Thanks. And yeah, I think the mythology of the man is just ridiculous. It's got to stop. And that's another thing that Hollywood in particular is really bad in terms of sexism, is really bad about exploiting. And I don't know, I just think there needs to be more room for men, all different kinds of men who, or not just men, non-binary gender. Like the whole, I don't know if anybody's familiar with like the cisgender stuff, but it's not just about being a cisgendered man. It's about being a fully multifaceted, multidimensional man. And I think we need more of that. I'm looking to exploit more of that, not just the other.
Sam, what about you? Because I know that the gals have fun, you know, asking you about, do you go commando under that kilt? But does it get to be a little much when you have to answer those kind of questions all the time?
You know, I think it's always in jest, and I certainly, you know, don't mind a little bit of teasing or fun. But you know, sometimes you might get a little too far, and yeah, next time I'll work.
Because it's productive too, right?
But yeah, it can go too far, I guess. There have been occasions when, not myself, but Graham McTavish, one of the other fantastic actors on the show, he had someone lying on the floor trying to look up his kilt. And I don't know, I think that's maybe taking it a touch too far. But yeah, you know, In my perspective, it's a bit of fun, and I think we just don't want to cross any boundaries.
I'm sorry, I kind of made it heavy, didn't I?
No. It's because that comes with the assumption that all men are just constantly sexual, always looking for sex all the time. Always.
I think what you said, absolutely. Like, the reason we're acting.
Which is a complete and utter lie.
Also, as an addendum to that as well, I mean, I've had similar situations happen with very powerful women too. It's not just, men aren't the only perpetrators of this crime. You know what I mean? It's power that is the perpetrator of this crime, and those of us who, have dreams, find those dreams exploited by people who can grant them. And that's scary.
Well put.
Yeah.
Hey, if you have any questions for this panel, you want to talk about sexual harassment, maybe ask about porn, we will start lining up right now, okay? I want to line it up. We got to line it up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how Michael's thing isn't sexual exploitation in some way. Gosh.
All right, tell me about your most awkward, or if it's not awkward, your sweetest fan encounter ever. Awkward or sweet fan encounter? Let me start with you.
We do these conventions on weekends. I think probably mostly everyone on the panel so you probably had an opportunity to do one. If not, I will. Where we meet fans, not different than this, where it's more one-on-one, where we actually talk and get signatures and photos. And there's this one family that keeps visiting with their son Justin, and he has multiple sclerosis. And you can just, I can't explain how you see the light in this kid's eyes when he comes and visits us. And that just transfers directly to see that no matter what you're doing, whatever the project is, if it's some sort of History Channel, biopic, which is, teaching history, changing lives, or it's some sort of throwaway, what we think, entertainment, just fluff. We have the opportunity to affect lives in ways that we're not even aware of when it happens. And when you see that come back to you in the form of somebody coming to visit you, and from something that you have done or you are a part of, you're able to bring that much joy and affect them in that way. I'm sitting here talking about some kid that no one knows. If you turn around and look at this hall. This hall is full of 7,000 people who are affected by what we are doing up here for you and every panel that's been here today. That's huge.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, for that, because it's about you guys. It happens often, and it just there's so many moments when it comes back to us, and we're very all of us are very grateful for it.
Zachary, what about you? Any awkward or sweet fan moment, fan encounter?
I mean, look, I'm sure that, there's a lot of awkward ones, and there's a lot of sweet ones, but I just want to kind of keep running on what Michael was saying, because it's, the arts is a very interesting thing. I think that, there are a lot of other vocations in the world where it's, you pay for a service, the service is done, and it's very clear that mission has been accomplished. You pay a plumber to come and, fix your plumbing, and you pay them, and the plumbing is fixed. It's a very clear-cut kind of linear thing, and the plumber knows that their service has been done.